Will there be a ride where I don't end up being caught in the rain? No waterproof, no leggings. The thing is, once you're in it, it's bearable, but it's not always the nicest to start in it. So first hour and 40 has been dry. Hope it doesn't last for the next 2 hours, but you can never predict the weather in the New Forest. It's quite mild, it's back up to about 10-11 degrees, hence the shorts. Back up to sort of 210 watts, zone 2, heart rate still nice and low. And that's the thing, with appropriate pacing and with appropriate fueling strategy, Sunday didn't take that much out of me. It's much more of a mental battle than a physical battle. Obviously I appreciate you need to be fairly well trained in order to execute that in the first place. But once you are, as long as you fuel right and you just keep the heart rate low, 8 hours at 120 BPM, just ticking along, listening to podcasts wasn't that bad. But not to blow my own trumpet, because I believe anyone can do that. Currently listening to the Lance Armstrong podcast, which is proving quite interesting. Not his podcast, listening to Joe Rogan. Hearing his story of the man behind the drugs is always fascinating. If you think that doping still isn't around now and isn't pervasive across all sports and all Olympics, you're kidding yourself. What I've always thought and found funny is that people think Usain Bolt is somehow clean and he just eats chicken nuggets. Yet in the top 10 100 metre times ever, or top 15, top 20, they're all busted for these massive performance enhancers like testosterone and human growth hormone. But the top 3 or 4 fastest times, which are all considerably faster than all of them, are somehow clean because it's Bolt. Now mate, all the money in sport, all the money. The old saga of Zach Snell, the gear cable snapper, continues as I find myself stuck in the 11 for the last 2 hours of this ride. It's so frustrating, man. I'm going to have to grind everywhere like 55 RPM now. Did 3.5 hours instead of 4 in the end, just nipped by to get the gear cable. I'm going to fix that, but first we've got to go for a 10k, which I had scheduled today, so I'm going to do it as a bit of a brick. So I'm going to quickly get my shoes off, change my shoes for some running shoes, take the helmet off, have a little more nibble of the saurine loaf, and crack on with the 10k. 2 kilometers in, averaging 4:30, so a little bit too fast, but I very rarely do brick sessions, but when I do, my legs just feel amazing after the bike. Maybe I wouldn't be feeling this way if I was running the race pace. I've got to rein it in a little bit. I want to keep it in the endurance zone. It feels comfortable. I am getting a bit of funny looks from people though, in like full lycra. 2.5k to go and I'm still averaging 4:29. Thought I would have bonked by now considering I haven't had any food and I'm like 4 hours 10 minutes into exercise, but I feel alright. Nice. Right guys, here's my cute Instagram post, ready? Who eats it with their sauce just neatly in the middle? No one. This is reality. Right then, it's 5:30, I've been putting off doing this gear cable, but if I want to ride my bike tomorrow at all, then I need to get this bad boy in the shifter. So I'm going to very briefly show you. Now I really ought to invest in a bike stand to do this sort of stuff, and to clean my bike as well, as I mentioned in last week's video. Basically what we're going to do is press the brake on here and shift all the way around. You can see that there, that's the cable, and obviously it's snapped somewhere between there and down there because the cable's loose. It's snapped in the shifter. As you can tell, it's so short that it basically snapped in there. That's because the shifter's broken and the barrel double skips. I explained this the other day, but basically when I shift into a harder gear, it clicks down like 2 or 3 gears, sometimes even 4 at the back, and I have to click back up again. And obviously doing that every single time is going to severely affect the wear of it. Let's bang a new cable in now and get it done with. Luckily it did just poke straight through, so we're in luck today. Now we've threaded it all the way through the next outer cable into the mech. You just want to loop it through and then stick the 5mm Allen key on there so it just ties the cable down. You want to make sure this is nice and tight. It's not all actually going smoothly. The cable has got completely jammed and it won't shift, and I have no idea how to get in there and get that out. After about 10 minutes of poking this out and really trying to hook it out, managed to get the cable to get back out again. But as you can see, it's now bent, so I'm going to use some pliers to bend them back into place, take the cable back through, re-thread it, and hopefully this time it works. Alright, so thankfully now it all works. All that's left to do now is cut this cable short because we definitely do not need that much cable. Right, now that's the cable all done and I'm very tired at this point. It's about 6:30. So I'm just going to end the vlog there. I've still got some food to eat, obviously, for tea. I don't know what I'm going to make, but doesn't matter. Probably a bit of fruit and toast and stuff like that. Anyway guys, thanks for watching another video and I will see you again tomorrow for some threshold intervals.